Hello, Ainsley. I'm Maggie, and I'm a student nurse that's going to be helping you today. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
That's great. I'm good. Today we're going to be doing a little head-to-toe assessment on you. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. Well, first I'm going to start out with my hand hygiene. I've got some hand sanitizer in my pocket. Let me find it. So I'm going to put some hand sanitizer on really fast to make sure we're not spreading any infection here. I've got Ainsley in a safe position. She's all aligned in her chair. Okay, so Ainsley, can you tell me your name and your date of birth?
My name is Ainsley Gross, and I was born July 7th, 1990.
Okay, perfect. That's what your armband says right here. And so I know that's right. Can you tell me where you are?
I'm at the hospital today.
Okay, cool. Do you know what day it is?
It's June 30th.
There you go.
2020. It's Tuesday.
That's right. Okay, so Ainsley sounds alert and oriented times 3, which is really good. She says she's feeling good today, so that's good. Her mental state is good. Her thought processes are clear. Now we're going to test your reflexes, Ainsley. I would normally have a reflex hammer, but I don't have that. Today we're going to test her bicep, tricep, her patellar, and her Achilles reflex. And so I'll just show how I would do that. Wait, here, and then hold here, triceps, and then do her patellar reflex, and then her Achilles reflex. Okay, that sounds good, and they aren't hyperactive, they're just normal. So that's good, Ainsley. Now I'm going to do the Babinski reflex. So I'm going to grab Ainsley's foot and stroke it, and it should fan. So that's normal. Good job. Okay, now I'm going to feel Ainsley's head and neck. So I'm going to look and make sure that there are no bruises or abrasions and that her jaw feels good and intact. Nothing's broken. Okay, and that felt really normal. So that's good. Okay, now, Ainsley, I'm going to do a little neuro assessment on you. So can you smile with your teeth? Perfect. And raise your eyebrows. Okay, that's good. And then now I'm going to get you to press on my hands and my feet. There you go, like a gas pedal. And show me with your hands. Squeeze my hands too. There we go. That's equal bilaterally, so that's good. Okay, now, normally we would have a visual acuity test, which includes a Snellen chart, but we don't have that today. So I'll just explain normally what that would look like. So if I was going to do a visual acuity test on Ainsley, she would stand 20 feet away from the Snellen chart that would be posted on the wall. And then I would get her to read the line that she can see covering her right and left eye, and then again seeing with both eyes. And then I would be able to tell her visual acuity from that, and I would also ask her a question like, Ainsley, do you wear glasses, have any trouble with your vision, anything like that? Okay, perfect. Okay, so now, since we've done her vision, we'll do another neuro assessment, making sure that her pupils are equal, reactive, and round, and accommodate to light. So, Ainsley, I'm going to look in your pupils. You don't have to do anything. Perfect. And I'm going to do this other one. Okay, and then I want you to track my pen light with your eyes. Okay, she's got good ocular movement, and her pupils are equal, round, reactive, and to light accommodation. So, perfect on that. Okay, now I'm going to do, check out her ears. So, Ainsley, I'm just going to look in your ears really fast. They look clear, and I'll come over. Yep. There's no wax or anything. They look good. No abrasions, no bruises. So that's normal. Okay, now, Ainsley, I'm going to come behind you and test your hearing, if that's okay. So whenever I make a sound, I want you to point to which ear you hear it from, okay? So, okay, perfect. Do you have any trouble with your hearing, Ainsley?
No, I don't. It hears very well.
Okay, great. Okay, so now I'm going to feel Ainsley's nose and look and make sure her nares are patent. So I'm going to feel all the bones are intact and her nares are patent. Perfect, okay. And then I'm going to assess her smell. Ainsley, I'm going to get you to close your eyes for me. And I'm going to show this or put this under her nose and see if she recognizes what the smell is. Okay, here we go.
Coffee grounds.
And she's right. See, it's coffee grounds. So her smell is intact and normal. Okay, so now I'm going to assess her mouth. I'm going to look at it with my pen light, just making sure, yeah, open wide for me. There we go. Her mouth, her mucous membranes are normal and intact. Her tongue is midline and strong, so that's good. And my video's about to come off. Okay. Tongue placement is midline, strong tongue, looks great, no broken teeth or anything like that. So now I'm going to feel your neck a little bit, Ainsley. I'm going to get up in your space. Neck feels strong. Don't palpate any lymph nodes or her thyroid, which is normal. And based off what Ainsley has said so far, her voice is strong and regular. Now, Ainsley, I'm going to do another little strength neuro assessment on you. I'm going to get you to shrug your shoulders and provide some resistance for that. And then I want you to turn your head to the left, giving some resistance on that, and then turn your head this way for me. Okay. There's no problem with her neck strength. Very strong and normal. Okay, now I'm going to focus on her cardiovascular system. So first I'm going to feel her carotid pulse. So I'll measure on each side, making sure that I can feel, never do both sides at the same time. Okay, pulses are strong, +2. After assessing her neck, I don't notice any jugular vein distension or anything like that. It just looks normal with no jugular vein present. Okay, now I'm going to assess her heart rate. And I think I'm going to just do that by taking her radial pulse. So I do this for a minute. Okay, her heart rate is 70, which is normal because a normal heart rate is 60 to 100. So that's good and normal. So now I'm going to listen to her heart and see if I hear any like adverse sounds and make sure her rhythm is normal. So Ainsley, I'm about to fill your chest with this stethoscope, and I want you to, sorry, it's cold. Okay, I would listen to her heart, under her shirt. Perfect. Now I'm going to lift up your shirt right here and finish down here. Okay. Her S1 and S2 sounds are present. There's no adverse sounds or murmurs, no blowing or whooshing. Everything sounds regular. Now I'm going to assess her pulses. Her radial pulse, femoral pulse, popliteal pulse, and then her dorsalis pedis and her foot, ankle, down in her extremities. Okay, so first I've already assessed her radial by taking her heart rate, but I'll make sure that's present. Okay, and then I would make sure on the other side, yep, they sound equal and feel equal. Okay, now I'm going to feel her femoral pulse here. Very good, equal, good, strong, +2. Okay, now I'm going to do her popliteal pulse on both of her knees. Okay, there we go. They feel equal and +2, which is normal. Now I'm going to feel her ankle right here. Make sure she's getting circulation to her legs. And that is a strong pulse. And let me fill this up one really fast. Perfect. And now I'll go to the top of her foot here. Okay, good. And last one. Great. Okay, so those are equal as well. So her pulses are equal everywhere on both extremities and strong +2, which is normal. So now, based on my assessment so far, her skin has felt, warm, dry, and intact. But I would also take her oral temperature, which I don't have right now, but a normal one would be 98.6. I would just ensure that it was normal and that she didn't have any fever. So next I'm going to take your blood pressure, Ainsley. That's okay.
Yes, that is perfect.
So I would wrap this around her arm. Take her blood pressure. Yeah, just relax your arm for me. Okay. Sure I can see. Okay, and I'll inflate the cuff. Perfect, sounds good. Okay, Ainsley's blood pressure is 120/80, which would be normal. I would tell her she doesn't have hypertension or doesn't have to worry about any of that kind of stuff. So now I'm going to assess her respiratory rate. So Ainsley, I'm just going to watch you breathe for a few seconds and make sure that that is all good. I'm going to look at my time. Okay. Okay, perfect. So her respirations are 14, and the normal respiration rate is like 12 to 20. So I would tell Ainsley, like, you fall in the right range. Your respirations are the right amount. I watched her chest wall as she breathed. They was deep and worked bilaterally, bilateral chest expansion. So then I would just ask, Ainsley, do you have any cough or secretions that you have, like, do you have trouble with any of that?
I haven't had any cough recently and
Okay.
secretions.
Great. Okay, so now I'm going to auscultate and listen to your lung sounds if that's okay. Every time my stethoscope hits your chest, just take a deep breath for me, okay? All right, deep breath. Perfect. Deep breath again. Great. Okay. Again. Okay. Again. Okay. Now I'm going to come down lower and hear your lower lungs, okay? All right, breathe deep for me. Perfect. And one more time. Okay. Ainsley's lungs on the front sound like really clear in all the lung fields. So now I'm going to measure, or auscultate in the back. I'm going to lift up your shirt back here, okay? You can do the same thing.
Okay.
Okay. Breathe deep for me. There we go. Again. Okay. Again. One more time. Perfect. Okay, so her lung sounds sound great in the back as well. Clear in all the lung fields, so that's a good assessment and normal for her, as she is young. So now I'm going to ask her a few questions regarding her GI system. So, Ainsley, when's the last time that you had a bowel movement?
Yesterday, I believe.
Okay, and describe kind of like how often you go, what it's like, when you have a bowel movement, things like that.
I go probably every other day, and it's soft, round, brown, no problems.
Okay, great. That's normal. Ainsley, do you have any difficulty urinating? How often do you go typically in a day?
No difficulty. It's just yellow to clear. I go multiple times a day, but not during the night.
Perfect. Okay. Tell me about typically what a diet or your nutrition looks like every day. Like, what do you eat normally?
I eat a pretty fruit and vegetable heavy diet with lots of protein. I like to keep it real clean. And I just drink mostly water, maybe an occasional soda.
Yay. Well, that's great. Okay. Sounds good to me. Now I'm going to listen to your tummy for a second and to make sure that everything's going good there. So I'm going to lift your shirt up if that's okay. I'm going to listen in all 4 quadrants, ensuring that I hear active vowel sounds in all 4 quadrants, and I do. They're not hyperactive, they're just active, which is normal. Now, I have, throughout my assessment, noticed that Ainsley's skin is warm, dry, and intact, and that she has elastic turgor, so that's good. Ainsley, do you have any lesions or rashes that you know of? What about wounds or incisions?
Nope.
Okay, great. Based off my assessment, Ainsley's hair looks full and intact and shiny, which is normal. Her nails are strong and grow regularly. Now we're going to test your range of motion, Ainsley. So can you show me like how you lift your arms, move them side to side? Perfect. So it looks like she has full range of motion. There you go. Now work on both of your legs for me. Okay. So Ainsley has full range of motion in all of her extremities, which is normal and great. Ainsley, do you have any pain when you move or just sitting?
I don't.
Okay, great. That's awesome. Ainsley's color, her skin color is pink, warm, dry, and intact skin, which is normal. Ainsley, can you hand me your hand really fast? I'm going to test your capillary refill. Okay, so I press on her fingers, and it looks like a brisk refill, which is normal. And I will do her feet as well. Okay, perfect. Brisk as well. That's great. So that concludes our assessment. Thank you, Ainsley, for being my subject, and that's it.